Why are we talking about PCOS? PCOS is a pressing problem in society. Steen-Levithan syndrome or PCOS is a burning issue affecting women's health since its prevalence is high amongst the Indian population, that is about 11.33%, with a varied global prevalence ranging from 4% to 20% as well. It is a resultant of range of symptoms and pathologies that are concerning not only the female reproductive system but also that of her metabolic health. Different symptoms like menstrual abnormalities, hirsutism, baldness, virilization or androgenic excess, and infertility can occur from this condition. So here comes need of the study, which through which we can assess the role of Ayurveda in management of such conditions, which remains underexplored through various preclinical and clinical evidences. There is a lack of targeted treatment for management of these conditions, and we can assess the scope of Ayurveda intervention in mitigation of PCOS through its personalized and holistic approach. So what we did, we underlying the baseline causes and the etiological factors and the symptomatic management and personalized and holistic management that Ayurveda can provide. Considering these parameters, we search through the preclinical and clinical studies on the databases like PubMed, Scopus, Web of Science, Google, iSearch portal, and results from the past 10 years were collated. The search terms included PCOS and Ayurveda, PCOD and Ayurveda, PCOS and herbs, PCOD and herbs, and about 16 preclinical and 11 clinical studies were found relevant, and we are discussing them in this presentation. So, which herbs were evaluated in the preclinical studies? Different herb mentioned in classical Samhita, like that of the Guduchi, white Texnigando, Renuka beech, aloe vera gel, that is Kumari Patraswaras, Lata Karanza beech, or Sisam Pilnaya Bondu, use of turmeric, haridra or kurkuma longa, sharapunkha, and use of devdaru has been done. The therapeutic range included the use of the Panchakarma procedures, including Maman Virechan Basti, Uttar Basti. The local therapies included the use of Yoni Varti, Yoni Pichu, Taila applications. Some in the medications included the use of most commonly prescribed use of Kanchanar, Gugul, and Ashokarishta, Rajapravartini Vati. There were also inclusion of lifestyle intervention, including Vyayam, weight management, sleep hygiene, and management of various conditions. There was use of yoga in form of asana and pranayam. There were use of various rasayana, including the Brahma Rasa and Chavanprash and Shilajatu Rasayana as well. So we, through the analysis of the clinical study, we found that one study used the integrative protocol incorporating the Snehapan followed by Virechana and Anuvasan Basti, which helps in resolution of the PCOD symptoms and associated infertility. Women proved to be beneficial in one study, providing symptomatic relief and follicular reduction. And intensive weight management was also observed in one case, wherein the patient lost about 20 kgs through Vaman Karma and Rukshan Karma alone. One study made use of a complex formulation of Kanchanar and Methika, and it provided metabolic and hormonal balance. The Narayan Til proved to be effective in addressing the ovulation induction, and the Kanchanar and Rajapravartini Vati, Ashokarishta were widely cited across the study, helped in management of the ovarian volume, management of the cyst, and correction of their menstrual abnormalities. One RCT on the single herb, that is ELA, helped in significant decrease in LH and as well as increase in FSH as compared to that of the control. Similarly, use of curcumin as a nanomedicine proved to be beneficial in reduction of the body weight in one study. The RCT, including the extract of cinnamon, helped in management of insulin sensitivity, and the clinical study on Vitis agnus castus or Nirgundi, as we saw earlier, helped in management of fertility, and most of the participants in the study achieved conception after 6 months. So, through discussion, we can say that most of the study include the local therapies in form of Yoni Vati and Yoni Pichu and Uttar Basti especially, which help in pacifying the Vata dosh, regulating the menstruation. Different tail and geese based intervention like that of the Falagrut were also used that can help in management of Panvayu dysfunction and improving the ovulatory factors, and There was use of basti in form of matra basti, yapan basti, anuvasan basti, niruha basti, and which was found to be highly effective for all types of vata rog, especially yoni rog, and nourishing the garbhashaya and stri bija as well. And formulations like the Shamulkvat, Satapushpa Churna can provide a long-term reproductive support, and through stronger clinical evidence, we can establish their efficacy as well. So what we recommend as the dietary intervention in form of use of seeds like atasi, tila, and these are being studied preclinically as well as in the clinical studies. We can advise udvartan like with trifala or musta, which can help in management of the weight and kapha meta dushti. We can advise Vyayam for managing obesity, insulin resistant metabolic risk. Similarly, yoga and pranayam, Surya Namaskar, Bhujangasana, pranayam can help in management of the Vata dosha. The Rasayan therapy can enhance overall vitality, and the Rajaswala Charya or holistic behavioral measures like that of the mantra chanting or omkar chanting can help in management of that of the stress, anxiety, and cytosomatic imbalance that is often associated with the conditions like PCOD. So, concluding, we can say that through the review of these studies, Ayurveda provides a multidimensional care, while Western biomedicine focuses on symptom management and overall laboratory parameters. Ayurveda provides a holistic framework through Shodhan and Shaman, diet, yoga, etc. Emerging evidence suggests that the single herbs as well as herbal formulation and procedures have significantly improved the ovulation rates and hormonal profile. And moving forward, we should conduct more rigorous multicentric RCTs considering these formulations and herbs and adopt a integrative approach of procedures as well as integrating with other systems of medicine for personalized management and perform further systematic review for the same. Thank you for your patient listening, and let us fight PCOS together with Ayurveda. Thank you so much.